Hey guys, the name is Brandon Hanson. As you can recall from the video I just put up, for October 11th, 2018, it was my 10-year anniversary after my traumatic brain injury that had me get a blood-induced coma from skateboarding. What I'm about to show you is a bunch of memories in a container from that tragic day to take up to 20 days to recover from the hospital. So, from October 11th, 2008 to October 31st, 2008. This is my memory of what I went through to have a traumatic brain injury that gave me a blood-induced coma with broken temporal bone, to not be able to open my jaw as far to get my wisdom teeth out, as well as have partial short-term memory loss, anxieties, and everything else that I'll show you on my medical records. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you my memories of what I have in a container first, and we'll go from there. So looking back from 10 years ago to today, to show you where I am and how far I've come and what I do. Enjoy. Alright guys, I have a bunch of stuff here in a container that I have listed as memories from October 11th, 2008 to October 31st, 2008. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this. The first thing I have to show you is something that was made by my fellow friend Dennis Witt. He put together the idea of let's make t-shirts for a fundraiser. So what he did is he put this support Brandon Hanson on it, with me doing a backside figgy big spin on a hip corner as a screen pressed image for the t-shirt. And on the back it says, "Don't even let the slowest thing slow you down," by me. That was one of my earlier quotes I made back when I was MySpace days to talk. So what Dennis Witt did is, after he heard about my traumatic brain injury I had, he wanted to get this idea of let's do shirts for a fundraiser and be able to get them pressed and printed and sell off with all the proceeds going to my medical injury and paying for the bills. And which was great. And the best part is, the t-shirt factory that did this, out of North Freedom, Wisconsin, they wanted to 100% cover it, so they did it out of their pockets. So all the proceeds, with no profit going to anything except giving to my medical bill, was completely covered. So thank you Dennis Witt and the company called Golden Needle in North Freedom, Wisconsin for doing this. It means the world. So as you can see, I have a lot of these t-shirts and stuff as memories that are unworn and no need to be washed or anything, so it's just all around amazing. The next thing I have that I got as another gift was this prayer quilt. I was given it as a blessing. And this came out to me on October 19th, 2008. This quilt was made for me with love, hope, and prayers from your friends, prayers, partners at the Federated Church of Green Lake. So this came out of Green Lake, Wisconsin, and it says, "Each knot represents a prayer that was said to you." So all these knots and stuff in the quilt are basically stuff you can make a prayer and tie up and do like this, like a shoelace, and make your prayer and it'll stay with it. With everybody who did their prayers and stuff, it's been outstanding. This quilt is a legacy. So I'll go ahead and put it up close to the camera so you can see it, like some of the images that are on this blanket. It's such a beautiful thing. So that was a quilt I was given as a blessing. Next up, the actual t-shirt I wore right after my injury. As you can see, it was ripped apart just to save me to do surgery and operation. It's going to be kind of hard to put it back together, but I'll try my best real quick. So, as you can see, part of the logo was right here, and they had to rip it apart, so it looks like the Hulk ripped through it. But I was wearing this before my injury and the day that it happened. So that's what my shirt is like. Next is the jeans I was wearing. I did get both pockets from the jeans at least because it was such a ripped up pair of jeans. Because if you're watching a lot of my previous footage, I have a lot of holes in jeans from skateboarding. So I did fortunately get the pockets out of the pants I was wearing to be able to have that as a piece of memory. As well as the socks. You're probably wondering why they put together like you would right out of laundry. I thought it was more easier said and done that way, so it's not loose in the container and they can be together just like heart and soul and all the positive prayers that kept me strong. So putting back my socks together like this keeps me strong and having people stay by my side, my heart and soul. These are just a bunch of things in my closet, so I put up the shirts or whatever as memories, but I thought I'd fold them up and have them in there for you to see. The next thing I have a couple of these, but I lost them probably in the cards. But these are for my wrist when I was in the actual hospital on the October operation. So this is back at the University of Wisconsin Hospital that kept me surviving and going strong. Aside from that, I got a bunch of cards and everything submitted by so many people. Going through all the names would take quite a bit of time, so for all those who watched this video, and remember what happened to me. Thank you so much. They were both given to me, as well as my parents, to let them know we're all in the thoughts and prayers, as well as family members and everything that gave me this. They also submitted a bunch of notes and other kind of greeting cards and stuff, which was just such an impression to last a lifetime. And then I'll continue showing off some. So this and this. I also have a letter from the doctor saying everything is good to go, so I can start driving and everything again without any hesitation. And this is again the note for the prayer quilt I was given. So as you can see, with a lot of cards and stuff that I was given in my life, it's been a great blessing and an opportunity to be able to strive and move forward. And here's the other one for my wrists, like I was saying, that I just lost. So I have a couple of these to remember. This is what I went through from October 11th, 2008 to October 31st, 2008. What am I doing these days? As you probably saw in the other video of me doing the melon grab across that bowl transfer that gave me in my blood-induced coma, and I kicked it out underneath my feet and hurt myself and was immediately knocked out to have to be med-flighted to the University of Wisconsin Hospital in Madison, Wisconsin. Basically, during that time process, when it happened that October day, they didn't know if I was going to be recovered by Valentine's Day in 2009 or any later or sooner. At the time I processed the injury, I was completely blacked out and I had to have tubes everywhere in my body, from the nose down to my, So basically, my point of advice is stay within your limits and do what's right, and don't go over more than you can expect in yourself. Kind of like the old saying, don't bite off more than you can chew. Stay within your limits and do what you love. So my advice is stay strong and never let anything slow you down, as my t-shirts say. Because in general, it is you who holds the strength to keep moving forward and having the heart to strive. Because you never know what one goes through that can leave an everlasting impression on somebody else. That is why I'm grateful being able to survive this traumatic brain injury, not just because I'm sober from staying away from drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. That's my choice, but I let everybody else do what they want in their life because it makes them happy, or whatever else they want to do for themselves to better themselves. So my advice is, if you go through struggles or whatever else you do in your life, don't be afraid and don't let it hold you back. Because altogether, we can still create a strong foundation for ourselves and pass on to others to encourage them to keep moving forward. And that's what I look forward to doing for those I meet in the future. Because you never know the person you're talking to, what struggles they go through, until they tell you more closely in depth when you get that bondage and relationship built with them. So as I said, surviving this 10 years later, thank you so much for all those who gave prayers, support, love, and so much more. You're all a blessing made through God, Jesus Christ, and it means the world to me. So thank you for watching this, and make sure to check out my video that's directly connected with this that you can see. Have a nice day, and God bless. Alright guys, I'm going to go and show you real quick the medical records too before I forget. So here they are. So as you can see, this is my medical records from that day of October 11, 2008. Basically what it talks about to speed up the process is surviving my brain injury by falling on my head when I was skateboarding and had to be put under a blood-induced coma because my brain's swelling. So, some of the past medical records I've had include learning disability with difficulty with auditory processing deficit, so that's a comprehension problem, history of tremor, which is like Parkinson's disease, and history of anxiety. Regardless of what I go through for those, I still hang on strong, because regardless of how much weaknesses I have inside of me, I gotta keep striving forward and not let those slow me down. So with those medical injuries I got, never lets me slow me down, because I can use it as a key factor to strive and move forward. With all the stuff, aside that knee injury that happened in 2011, everything else was 10 years ago to let me be able to move on and be strong in my life. So, like I said before and I say again, regardless of what brings you down to weakness, you'll have so much to strive for to be somebody and keep moving forward to help encouraging others. So never let anything slow you down, as you have so much opportunity inside you to strive. Never let anybody's words be a weakness to you, as you have a link that'll pull you move forward. Because when you do what you do, you'll be able to move forward and be strong and never have it let you slow you down.